You're not failing because your content sucks. I know that's probably not what you want to hear. You probably spent hours perfecting thumbnails and crafting the perfect hook, optimizing titles for the algorithm. Maybe you're posting more frequently and maybe you've switched niches. Maybe you're even working with a production team now and yet still nothing. Your subscriber count barely moves and your views plateau. You're watching competitors with worse content blow past you. And this is really where most people go wrong, because most creators don't have a content problem. They have a positioning problem, and that's what changes everything. See, I've managed over 250 million followers across our talent portfolio. I've seen 15 billion cumulative views generated through our clients' channels, and here's what I've learned after 2 decades in this space. The biggest lie in creator content advice is that better content wins. It doesn't. Don't get me wrong, quality matters, but quality is table stakes. It's the price of admission at this point. What actually determines whether a creator scales or stagnates is something almost no one talks about. It's positioning. Think about it. You probably follow creators whose content isn't even necessarily that good, right? But you follow them anyways because of who they are, because they stand for something, because they own a specific space in your mind. That is positioning. Here's the trap that most creators fall into. They think that their job is to just make better videos. So they invest in better cameras, better lighting, better editing. They study the algorithm obsessively. They post more frequently. They chase trends. And all of that is fine. Honestly, there's value to some elements of that, but it's not going to move the needle unless there's something underneath it, unless there's clarity on exactly who you are and what you stand for. Why should someone care about your specific voice? You know, the thousands of other voices in your space. So today I'm going to show you exactly what I mean using 2 real case studies. 2 creators that we've worked with and who were, in many ways, stuck themselves. Different varying degrees, but stuck nonetheless. These are people that felt like they were doing everything right, but still couldn't break through that ceiling that they'd created. And then we changed their positioning. Everything shifted. So the first case study, TimBiohacker. Phenomenal in the biohacking health and wellness space. And he'd done a phenomenal job of building an Instagram to 600,000 followers. That is a lot. But that was where it was starting to plateau, and he had goals and aspirations of reaching bigger audiences with his mission, with his message. He's just cracked through 1 million followers with us, by the way. So the problem when we first started working with Tim was that, yes, he had 600,000 followers, his content was solid, and he was creating content about biohacking and longevity and fitness optimization, and the production was decent. He did have somewhat of a loyal audience, but it was plateaued. His followers weren't growing exponentially as they are now and as they should have been. He wasn't getting brand deals at the level that he should have been or that he is now. He wasn't becoming the household name in his space. And the frustrating part for him is that he didn't really know why. From his perspective, he was doing everything right. The real issue, once we audited and worked with him, he's a very smart mind himself, came to that conclusion of positioning. This is ultimately what we found. TimBiohacker was positioned as a biohacking guy. It was generic, it was interchangeable, and there was other creators doing the exact same thing. So whilst his content wasn't bad, there was no clear reason why someone should specifically follow Tim as opposed to creator X, Y, Z that were also doing the same thing. He wasn't necessarily owning the category. He was competing within one. So the positioning shift that we repositioned him as was the biohacker for the modern day executive, right? It's now speaking to someone with specific values. Suddenly this also gave him clarity. Suddenly his content had a lens. Every video now answers the question, how does this help the high-performing professional optimize their life? It doesn't exclude everyone else, but it still creates a specific positioning message that people can gravitate towards. So we didn't change his content quality. We just changed the positioning lens, and the market thus responded differently. Suddenly, corporate sponsors were interested. Suddenly, his videos were resonating with a specific, valuable audience. Suddenly, the algorithm treated him differently because his audience was more cohesive, more engaged, more likely to share his content. And the result within probably 15 to 16 months now, Tim went from 600,000 followers to well over 1 million followers at this point, just on that one specific platform. That's not mentioning the growth that we've scaled on other platforms. And I should say, we even launched a newsletter, which in 2 months has exceeded 20,000 subscribers. So more importantly than just the vanity metrics, his earning potential has tripled. His brand partnerships became significantly more lucrative. His influence grew exponentially within his specific category. He's now been able to sell out events, hosting his own retreats. So same creator, arguably same effort level, but different positioning and a completely different trajectory. The second case study here is the LiverKing. We won countless awards for this one. We took him from 0 followers, 0 presence on social media to over 6 million followers in basically a year across his platforms. So starting from 0, the LiverKing case is even more dramatic because we literally started from nothing. This wasn't someone that had plateaued at 600K like the previous example. This was someone starting with nothing, no audience, no platform. But here's the thing, and this is really important. We didn't approach LiverKing as another fitness content creator. We didn't think about building virality. We didn't chase trends, believe it or not, or even obsess over the algorithm. We started with positioning, the contrarian positioning strategy that most fitness creators position themselves as aspirational. They want to be them, right? It's all about the ideal physique or the six-pack or the transformation. We went completely contrarian. We positioned LiverKing as provocative, polarizing. We weren't trying to appeal to everyone. We were intentionally taking stands that would create friction. We were going against conventional fitness wisdom. We were controversial. And sure, it sounds risky, right? And it was. We knew we'd create haters, but we knew despite getting backlash, owning the contrarian position, we would also create massive engagement. And thus we were going to create a community. You create people who are die-hard followers because they feel like they're part of something distinct and different. The infrastructure behind the positioning. This is really another critical part that most people miss. Positioning without any infrastructure is just a dopamine trap. It's virality without staying power. So we didn't just create a controversial character, we built infrastructure around that positioning. We created a product ecosystem. We built a community. We had lead magnets and PDF guides and communities that people could join. We went and did in-person meet and greets. We created reoccurring content themes that reinforced the positioning over and over. We didn't really chase viral moments. If anything, we built them. And the result, from 0 to 6 million followers. But more than that, LiverKing became a household name. He became a celebrity. He transcended the fitness space. It wasn't an accident. That's the result of clear positioning plus consistent infrastructure. We also launched the IM8 supplement brand. This is a new case study, but on the D2C brand side of things. They're the fastest growing nutrition supplement brand in the world, over $100 million in revenue in 1 year. And we launched their social influencer program, built it directly with the positioning that we created: authoritarian, trustworthy, science-backed, nutritionists, doctors, very, very specific and very, very purposeful. So here's what both of the previous case studies have in common. And this is the framework that we use every time. Principle number 1, clarity over virality. Your positioning statement needs to be so clear that someone could describe you in 1 sentence. Not, I make content about fitness. It's too broad. You need to be positioned as the fitness authority for a specific person or a specific outcome. The biohacker for the modern executive. 1 sentence, it's clear, it's ownable. And then principle number 2, consistency over novelty. Once you've defined your positioning, every piece of content needs to reinforce it. You're not chasing trends. I'll say it over and over. You're not chasing trends. You're not jumping from topic to topic. You're building a consistent narrative around what you stand for. And this is what separates sustainable growth from viral one-hit wonders. Principle 3, infrastructure over attention. You could get 100,000 views tomorrow, but if you don't have infrastructure to convert that attention into staying followers, into community, into revenue, it really doesn't matter. So build the systems first, build the positioning second, and then of course, build the viral moments after that. Principle number 4, authority over attention. We always like to say that attention is cheap. Everyone can be attention grabbing. But authority is rare. Authority means you own a category so completely that people think of you first when they think of the category itself. That's what we're building. When you have authority, virality becomes easier. Not because you're chasing it, but because authority level creators naturally get shared more. That's just the reality check. So sure, you might be thinking, Sam, what if I'm already posting? What if I'm already getting the content out there? And it is a good question. It's one I get all the time. But this is the truth. If your positioning is unclear right now, honestly, the best thing you can do is pause the posting. Audit your channel and ask yourself, could someone watch 5 of my videos and understand exactly what I'm positioned as? If the answer to that is no, then you're not actually ready to scale anyway. I would rather see you post less frequently with crystal clear positioning than to post every single day with muddy, ambiguous positioning. Because positioning is the foundation. Everything else just builds on top of that. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and actually build a category owning brand, we have a few options. You can book a strategy call with us. All the information's down in the description. We'll audit your current position. We'll help you with what the next steps could be. We can even do a 45-minute deep dive and look at your channel, your audience, your potential. We also have our program, Authority OS. It's the Authority operating system. It's the playbook. It's everything. It's our proprietary system for building category owning personal brands. So if you're serious about scaling and you want the full framework, again, reach out to us below. At the end of the day, the main goal here is just to get you to understand what's important. You can do this stuff yourself. The information is out there. I'm also providing free value information and support constantly. The whole goal here is to be able to differentiate yourself from just a random creator that just produces content for the sake of it, and a creator that's operating with a system and can scale beyond plateaus because they are specifically positioned. This is all about building your authority. So I'll catch you on the next one.